Good evening and bienvenue, my fond fair rouge raiders. This is your humble narrator, Diomedes Rouge, here to bring you yet another part of What If Deku was raised by the Volgana Mafia. Now, where we last left off, our friend, Jonio Volgana, aka Izuku Todoroki, saved a girl he never got a chance to talk to. He also told off a lot of heroes. And, kinda felt a bit awkward doing so. So what does a teenage boy do? He went and got a hairstyle and new clothes. Hairstyle change and new clothes. Why? Make it a little less obvious, considering, he noticed people making the videos. Not to mention his mother, his sister, they saw it, and he now knows there's going to be a lot to be talked about in the next family reunion. But that's a long ways away still, so he's got plenty of time. Right. Now, the real matter of this fact. Getting to the entrance exam. As that day arrives, he gets dressed, he brushes his teeth, he puts on his nice, well-fitting suit, and he marches forward, gets on his motorcycle, and takes off. Along the way, he picks up, Bakugo. Why? Well, they're friends. Why wouldn't he pick them up? Besides, he's a bit nervous and could use the companionship of his best buddy at his side. As they get to UA, they hop off and, wow. So this is UA, huh? It's been forever since I've seen it. You've been here before? When I was little. Yeah, a lot of things have changed since then. All of them for the better. Glad to hear it. As they're getting ready and everything, Izuku notices someone familiar. Or rather, he should say a familiar hairstyle. Mushroom top haircut, or I should say, not so much mushroom top, but, he sees, this individual. And immediately, his heart stops for a moment as he goes, he's actually here, huh? As it kicks right back into motion as, Bakugo taps him on his shoulder. Hey, Jono, is everything okay? It's fine, just, Jovo, come on, man, we're family. Right, Jovo. Is everything alright? Yeah, everything's fine, I just got caught off guard. By what? The place, the building, Sorry. One moment. Sorry about that, shouldn't happen again. Anyway, the building, sorry, You sure you're okay? Yeah, just getting cold feet, so. Cold feet? Cold feet? You? Getting cold feet? Shut up. It happens to anybody. Yeah, sure. Anyways, man, let's get back to it. Right. Of course, Bakugo. As well. As they begin to take the written exam, everything seems to be going smoothly. Izuku is passing with high marks as he studied quite a bit of things. getting private instructors, and even tutoring lessons from his older sister. This test is a breeze. Just not a problem whatsoever. And with the help that Bakugo's gotten recently, well, he easily gets 5th place. Momo still gets the 2nd, and Todoroki gets, well, 3rd. But then comes to the practical exam. Well, where they begin to get split up. And this is where having the last name Volgana becomes a bit of a deficit, because it starts with a V. So he's at the other end. Oh yeah. Things are not yeah. Oof. He hears a few things about what's happened in previous ones, about, well, a certain mech having to be, well, one of the exams having to be stopped because a student nearly got crushed by a mech and everything. And of course, I'll go through the whole Tenya incident where, you know, he started asking about the 0-pointer. Izuku didn't give a shit. Like, Jovo, he didn't give a damn about what he asked or anything of that nature. He just let it continue because it's none of his business what other people do. Their choices are their choices. His choices are his choices. The only thing he cares about is, well, making sure that if anyone would get hurt, protect them. But if he wants to be an ass, let him. As long as it ain't directed towards him or his family, he doesn't care. But every now and then he catches himself taking a glimpse of Shoto. He catches himself eyeballing him, thinking, is that really you, bro? But I digress. As the story progresses on, it's finally time for him to show what he's made of. And, naturally, he gets ready. He stretches, he does his exercises. He doesn't know many of the people here, or any of the people in this area. He's focusing on his goal. Destruction. His task is to destroy the robots. And boy, does he get ready for it. Because before the gates even open, right as President Mike is about to say, "Are you ready? Get set!" And boom! As everyone looks down and see, well, Jovo has literally propelled himself straight through the doors, not even waiting for the word go. So what are you expecting? There ain't no countdown in a real battle, that's a move! As, well, everyone jumps forward, taking off and following slowly behind, well, Jovo. As he, well, magnum shot. As he, well, moves his fingers to make the guns, and boom, 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 boom. Launches bellows of fire from his fingertips that impact and melt straight through the 1-pointers and the 2-pointers. As he conserves his energy for anything bigger. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 12, 16, 57. Things are racking up really quick for him, as even the teachers are going, impressive. Nezu's looking down there and saying, I haven't seen someone using a stunt like that since Endeavor. Even All Might's going, ah, so there's the young man. Huh? What do you mean? You may not recognize him, but I'd recognize that look anywhere. That's the young man that saved that girl a few days ago. It is. As Endeavor's looking over. Yep, it most certainly is. You could tell by the streak of fire. Oh? You recognized him by that? Fire users are very easy to distinguish. Each one has their own shade, and each one has a different way of using it. With me, I control it. I exert my force of will over it and allow it to burn only as I see fit. With Shoto, he lets it go out in large bursts, allowing it to move freely. It's a lot different than my style, but he does his job well. He's quite powerful. This one, he's being precise with it, controlling the amount of firepower he gives into each blast. Very precise. Very deadly. It's almost as if he was trained by professionals. What's his name? According to this, he's called Jonio Inezio Volgana. Volgana? All Might says. Yes. Do you know that name? Yeah. I'm wanting to know why a villain's kid is in our school. Villain? I've never heard of this Volgana. They're very widespread in America. A branch of them is down here, but it's a small one at that. They don't do much, but they primarily attack other villain hideouts and rob them dry. Other villains? Sounds like they're vigilantes. Vigilantes is just an unconfirmed hero. And an unconfirmed and unchecked hero is just as easily a very powerful villain. We better keep our eye on him. As, well, the three-pointers get let loose. As some of the people are beginning to have a bit more trouble, he goes and, well, our little Jovo decides to give them a bit of a helping hand. And by helping hand, I mean, well, using his flames to rocket himself straight into the opponent with using a high-powered spiral kick. Needless to say, he knocks the block off of quite a few of the three-pointers, making sure they don't do to anything too dangerous. Impressive. He's able to enhance his physical capabilities with his fire as well, using the momentum from the jets to propel himself into more close-range combat, and using the same momentum to increase his physical strikes. Almost sounds like you admire him, Endeavor. It's a useful technique. I used to try things like that when I was younger, but the toll it takes on the body is a lot worse than you'd imagine. The G-forces alone could cause you to go unconscious if you're not careful. Not to mention the sheer amount of firepower it takes to do so. You could use it more effectively by attacking from afar to mid-range. He's either doing this to show off, or he's doing this because he thinks it's the most practical way, or he doesn't know his own strengths. Either way, it's dangerous. La-di-da. As we finally get to the 0 pointer being let loose. Now there's no one in immediate danger, but, well, Jovo pauses and looks at it. He sees the people running away from it, and then he begins to think. He knows there could be more people there, and he also knows that, well, they did call this thing off because someone nearly got hurt in the last one. But he doesn't know if this thing could be called off in time to properly save everyone. So, he does the next best thing. He goes up into the air and he looks at it. He tries to find anything and anyone as he's being targeted and shot at by the 0 pointer. As he, well, gracefully evades any hand movements and dodges and blows up any missiles, as Endeavor and All Might are curious what the kid's doing. As Nezu says, he's searching. He's searching for what? From the looks of it, he's not even paying attention to the 0 pointer. Don't you see? He's only barely giving it any notice. He knows it's not a real threat, but he's looking for people where it could be a threat from. And just like that, he sees a girl that seems to be having a hard time. And, well, a hard time getting back to the others, who seems to be of a straggler, as she went way too far into the city to, well, get more points. As he keeps an eye on her, Nezu and the others see him looking down and go, well, there's another kid out there. Should we call it off? Not yet, Nezu states. What are you talking about? There's a chance that another kid could get hurt because of this thing. Turn it off now. Endeavor about forcibly presses the button. Hold up, Endeavor. Watch. As the flame on Jovo's head burns brighter. As he kills his flames, as he free falls. What's he doing? He puts one hand behind his back, fully extending it out. And he puts another hand right in front of him, bending his arm where it's, well, he can absorb the recoil into his chest. He extends his hands and he extends his fingers from the back, on this hand from the back, and a large bout of flame surges forward. So powerful and so wild that it actually impacts the wall of the arena. He's going, what the hell is he doing? As the hand in front of him, he cups and focuses. That crazy kid, he's brilliant. What do you mean? All Might states. Wait for it. Right before Jovo physically makes impact with the 0 pointer, as the hand behind him is technically launching him forward. 0 point. Burst. A more focused, more streamlined bout of fire shoots forward from his cupped hand, piercing and, well, melting through the armor of the 0 pointer's head, as he quickly and decisively burrows straight through its, well, head cavity and angles it more downward, cutting through the chest and any possible circuitry that would be keeping it upright afterwards, before killing his flame and letting himself free fall. It was impressive. I see what he did. Wait for it. He could be in danger. We need to move now. What are you talking about, Endeavor? He's free falling. He might have used too much. As before he even hits the bottom, he catches himself on small bouts of fire that kill his momentum. And he gently walks off. That kid's one hell of a showman. He's crazy. But he put on just as much of a show as Shoto did, though. Granted, Shoto was more expert and more refined with it, but still. He's a good kid. What do you mean you saw what he was doing? The way he controls fire is from his hands. I saw someone be able to do that once, a few years ago. But he fully extended out his palm and fingers on the one behind him, making it to where the large bout of flame that he exerted would be more wild. Basically, think of it like a thruster for a rocket. More mass, more surface area, well, less need to control it. It just propels him forward. But it wasn't to propel him forward. It was to keep him in place. Keep him in place. The hand he put and cupped in front of him, that was the focus. That was his beam. He made a large beam. Using this method, the crazy kid wound up making it to where he could fire off a high-powered precision shot at virtually any height without have to worrying about it launching him backwards. Well, at least not launching him backwards too much from the recoil. It must be hell on his system, but to think he'd go through that much. We better check on him. Send recovery girl. What do you mean? He's a fire user. He could have given himself heat stroke doing that stunt. We need to give him a thorough check over. Endeavor, as Endeavor runs down, he goes, you know, he's become a lot more parental since... Don't. What do you mean? What? Don't state the obvious, Nezu. All Might says. It wasn't a good thing what happened to him. He didn't deserve it. Don't get me wrong, he was an ass. But no one deserves to lose a kid. It broke him, Nezu. Or do you forget that? Of course I haven't forgotten that, Toshinori. He wasn't the same for years. Hell, he even lost his number 2 position for quite some time. Yes, I know. I was there. I saw what was him. Don't get me wrong, he changed for the better. But I just wish it wouldn't have cost the life of that poor kid. Don't you think he thinks the same way? Of course I know he thinks the same way. But that's the reason he's trying to make up for it now. He blames himself more than anyone else. Let's just try and be there for him. Alright, Nezu? No need to bring up the past. As Izuku gets to the other area, he pulls out what seems to be a type of inhaler and takes a quick puff. As he does and exhales, a bout of steam bellows forth is, well, some of the people there are going, what was that? Oh, this? I use pyrokinesis. It's to keep me from overheating. Something like that, well, needless to say, if I don't do this, I could pass out. Wow. Yeah. It's very useful. Always good to have on hand. Even have a few other vials just to be on the safe side. Impressive. As well. Endeavor gets downstairs to the group and he goes, everyone all right? How about you, young man? As immediately as he sees Endeavor, his eyes narrow, his smile fades, and his flame grows ever more intense. What do you want? Endeavor, caught somewhat off guard by the glare, goes, relax. I'm not here to scold you. You did good. Very impressive. Not many kids who have challenged the 0-pointer like that. Here, let's get you checked up. I'm sure you must be exhausted from that type of blast. I'm fine. I've done worse than this back at home. I get that. But we need to make sure that you're safe. Always better to check and make sure than to risk you possibly fainting or falling down or getting yourself hurt. Ironic. What? Nothing. I'm fine. Leave me alone. Young man, I'm not trying to harm you. Please, just bear with me for a few moments. This won't take too much time. I said, back off. As Giorno's flames grow ever brighter. Listen, I don't care if you think you know what's best for you. You just used a large amount of firepower. It's best to make sure you're safe. We're going to bring you to the nurse's office to keep you and examine you for a little while. Then you're free to go and do whatever you wish. I'm fine, old man. Endeavor getting a little bit pissed off. Old man. Listen here, brat. I'm trying to be patient. You may have a lot of firepower, but that doesn't give you the right to think you're better than anyone else. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. I know I'm better than you, though. Better than me. I'm the number 2 hero. You really think you're better than me? Yes. Because at least I know how to treat people with kindness. What did you say? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I stutter? I said I at least know how to treat people with kindness. Or did you forget that you're responsible for your own kid's death? Endeavor kind of loses his shit there, going, what did you fucking say? You heard me, bastard. I know about you. The way you treated your child, the way you treat your children. You may be the number 2 hero, but you're not a hero. You're 2 steps above being a villain. So don't try and talk to me like you care. You're doing this because you're getting paid to and nothing else. So you can back off. Go burn for all I care. As Giorno walks away. As Endeavor, well, he seemingly calmly walks away. But inside he's fuming. What does that brat know? What does that brat think he knows? He doesn't know a damn thing about me. As All Might passes him in the halls, going down to the kids as well, going, "What's going on? Endeavor, you seem..." "Shut up, Toshi. Not now. Not now. I need to go calm down before I kill that kid." Well, he's even more confused as he goes farther down as well. And eventually meets up with the students as he gets, well, they're very happy to see All Might, but they're also very confused about the situation that just happened right in front of their eyes. Going, what the hell happened? As well, needless to say, they kind of inform him about what was said. As, oh, and the kid's still breathing. Yes. Like, ooh. Good on you, Endeavor. And so, before Izuku can even leave the school or meet up with Bakugo at the front gate, All Might appears. Hold it there. As, well, Izuku turns around trying to get to the front door and he sees All Might and he kinda fanboys a little bit. "Holy cow, it's All Might! Can I get your autograph?" "Oh, well, you want my autograph?" "Yes. Yes, I am a huge fan." You're a fan." As he's thinking, okay, so he wasn't here to try and show up the heroes. He wasn't here to be an ass. Why was he an ass to Endeavor? What's going on? As he goes, "Sure, young man. Who am I making this out to?" Giorno Enezio Volgana III. Jovo for short. Jovo. No. It's G-I... Yeah. G-E... As he goes through the whole process and goes, "Okay. Giorno Enezio Volgana. Or Jovo. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to have to ask you to come with me." "Oh, sure. Where are we going?" "You need to go apologize." "Apologize to who?" "To my colleague." "You're talking about him, aren't you?" "If you're talking about Endeavor, then yes. You said some things that no proper hero should say. And I'm assuming you want to be one, despite your family's legacy." "Okay. One, that's a bit rough, considering my family has never done any villainous deeds towards non-villains. Two, he deserves everything I said and more." No, he doesn't. He is a hero. He is my colleague and my friend. And you said some very unfair things." "Unfair? Unfair. You don't know the situation. So yes, they were quite unfair." As for quite a moment there, All Might feels a bit of a pressure emitting from little Jovo as he goes, "One condition." "You have a condition?" "Yes." What's the condition? You make an autograph for my sister. You want me to sign an autograph for your sister. You do that, I don't say anything about it, and I go and talk to your... I go apologize to Endeavor. Very well. Uh-huh. So, the Volganas are fans of mine. Oh, yes, my dad... Oh, by the way, my dad wants to know, are you okay? What? Well, I'm assuming since you said my family legacy and everything you know about me, yeah, and you probably know about my dad, he wants to know if you're okay. If I'm okay. Why is he worried? Because you're the only man to ever beat him in a fight. Well, as he was the head of state, whenever he's been the head of the Volgana household. You're the only man to ever beat him, and he's been watching how you've been doing over here, and he thinks that you've either gone soft or something's happened. He's noticed that you're sloppier than you used to be. His words, not mine. I personally think you're fantastic. Oh, and Mom wants to know if you ever come back to America. She has an entire dinner planned out for you. She wanted me to let you know that. They aren't trying to kill me, are they? No. No, are you trying to insult my mother's food? No. I'm pretty sure her food is delicious. I didn't expect the Volganas to want me there. Why not? The Volganas love you. You're kind of like a prized adversary, a grand rival of my father. Any grand rival deserves proper respect, and as well as proper etiquette brought up towards them. Uh-huh. So you're saying, yes, the family loves you. Even my sister's a bit of a fan. She will never admit it, but I've seen her practicing her Delaware smash in the corner sometimes. Your sister practices the Delaware smash. Granted, there's more fire than wind put behind it, but yes. You know what? I'm not even going to ask. Sure. Yeah, gladly. Let them know. Okay, will do, as he brings out his cell phone. Mama! Yes, he said yes. Wait, what? What do you mean? All Might, he said if he comes back, he will gladly be able to have you, he will gladly accept our meal. What type of meat do you like? I'm not going there anytime soon. He said he's not coming over anytime soon. She says she does not care. It does not care. Does not matter when you're coming over. She wants to know what type of meat you like, just to be on the safe side. What type of meat do you like? As his inner Italian comes out a little bit. She goes, beef? He wants a beef. Sides? We can focus on that later. Right now, I'll call you back, Mama. I'll give you the information when I can. It's going to be a long list. Yes, I'm sure it'll be a long list. Don't worry, I'll ask him about his favorite desserts as well. As he's being dragged along, he's like, yes, Mama. Yes. I love you too. Bye. He goes, you are going... here you go. As Izuku just hands him a slip of paper. What is this? A shopping list. Shopping list? What do you mean? Whenever you're ready, fill that out so my ma can know what to have properly stocked for when you do come to visit. I'm not going to America for quite some time, if I ever do. She wants to be prepared. Just come along. As Izuku is, well, somewhat dragged, somewhat walking back to, well, Endeavor, who is fuming at the top of the school. As, well, Shoto is there just going, "What's wrong, Dad?" Well, nothing, Shoto, nothing. It just, some of the students we have are a bit wild. Yeah, I can get you. But don't worry. After all, you're going to be helping Mr. Aizawa with teaching, right? I'll do my best. I can't though. It's going to cut into our personal time, though. No worries. You'll always make time for the family. You always have. Thank you for being understanding, little Shoto. Of course, Pops. I always try and understand you. As All Might gets up there with Jono. As Jono and Shoto look at each other and feel a bit of kinship right off the bat. As what Endeavor wants to say is, "What in the holy hell is that little shit stain doing here?" But what he actually says is, "All Might, student, firecracker, what did you call me?" "Jovo," All Might states. As he says, "Fine, fine. I am a man of my word, after all." As he quickly walks up to him. "My name is Jono Inezio Volgana III. And I humbly apologize for the slandered and rude remarks I made towards you and your being." As he takes a bit of a bow. "I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me, Sir Endeavor." As Endeavor's kind of shocked by this, and in his mind he's going to say, "Oh, I want to beat the... But what he actually says is, "Fine. I accept your apology. Just, where did you hear that information?" As I said, my name is Jonio Volgana of the Volgana household. We hear a great many things. As Shoto looks at his dad, then looks at him and goes, "You were talking about my dad. You slandered him." Yes, I did." You slandered my father." "Yes." "And then you come up here and beg for an apology like it was nothing." "Yes." "What makes you think that that's right?" "To be fair, I don't think anything he's done has been right. But I made a promise. And as a man of the Volgana house, I always follow through on my promises." "So you didn't even mean your apology?" "No, I meant it. Just because I don't like him doesn't mean I should have let my anger towards him dictate how I speak, and in the uncouth manner in which I did so, for that I truly do apologize. After all, he is a senior of this area, someone who is deserving of some modicum of respect." "Some modicum? Some modicum?" Shoto. "No, Dad. No. Some modicum? Do you know what he's been through? What we've been through as a family? No, and I don't really care. I know what he's done. I know what he's said. I know who he is. You don't know a thing. You don't know anything. Sure, in the past he was a rough guy, but he's changed a lot, and for the better. He's a great father. How dare you disrespect my old man like that? A great father, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, that's it. I am going to freeze you and then burn you to a crisp. As Shoto gets quite a bit irritated as Izuku goes, "Oh, I wouldn't recommend that. While I may hold back on you, that doesn't mean I won't break you." As immediately Endeavor lights up. "Try it." His flames burn brightly and intensely as he gets right in Jovo's face. "Don't ever threaten my son. Don't even think about it. Try it. Harm one hair on his head, and you won't live to tell the tale. I'll make sure your life is hell before it ends. No one touches my boy. Understand me, you little shit stain?" Jovo smiles. "Of course. I wouldn't dare do anything to harm your legacy." As he quickly turns his back on him. "After all, I've seen how you've driven out the other one who did so. And that was your own kid. I would hate to see what you did to a complete stranger." "You little bastard." As Shoto's getting ready to really charge towards him. As he actually lunges, going, "What the hell did you say? You have no right." And as well as Endeavor grabs him, like, "Stop. Dad, just stop. People like that, you can't change. People like that will always be around. You have to accept that in life, people will always be hurtful." As All Might runs behind Jovo saying, "Was that your back? Do you have an apology?" "What? I apologize for what I said." "And then you immediately, 'I apologized for what I said.' He was the one that didn't accept. He was the one that accepted it, and then he was the one that prodded further. His legacy was the one that kept things weird." I am not sorry. The Endeavor household, the Todoroki household, can be washed from my hands. I don't care. As well, he goes back downstairs. The quick way. He jumps off the side of the building and uses his flames to slow his descent. As Bakugo is waiting for him, going, "What the hell was that about? I heard some of the shouting from up here. Some old blood business. Whatever. Can I go home now? It's getting late." Yeah, sure." As they hop on his bike and he takes off. Oh yeah. The next day comes around and, well, as the week progresses, I should say not the next day, as the week progresses, he does get his, well, envelope stating how yada yada yada, blah blah blah. He got into UA, first 1A class, UA class 1A, and he didn't even really care about his placing. He was just happy about that, and he quickly, well, he took the hologram reminder and just set it up on a wall in his little trophy room going, that's gonna be number 1. Time to gather more. So as he calls Bakugo, dude, I got into 1A. Same here, man. Awesome. Yeah, I know, right? So, 1A party? Yeah. Go my place? Yeah. All right. As well. They most certainly do that. He goes over, he picks him up, and they begin to have a bit of a loud music and soda and stuff like that. As the neighbors get a bit concerned, Ida comes over and knocks on his door. And he goes, oh, who are you? Tenya Ida. Why are you making such a loud racket in the middle of the day? Well, to be fair, noise complaints aren't able... To be fair, the noise levels are about 5 decibels below what it requires to be a public disturbance. And, if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't stop that. It doesn't turn to being 15 decibels over until around 8 o'clock at night. So until then, we can play whatever music we like. Yes, but it's somewhat disturbing my study time. Study? What do you study? I just got accepted into Class 1A of UA, if you must know. Oh, what a coincidence. So did we. Huh? As he kind of looks over at the other individual in the house, going, what's up, Four Eyes? The name's Tenya Ida. Alright, Tenya Ida. I'm Jonio Volgana. But you can call me Jovo. That's Bakugo Katsuki. You can either call him Bakugo or Kachan. Call me that again and I'll blow your head off. You can try, but I'll always burn you alive. As well, they keep on the party and come on, have a load off. You just entered the exam. You just passed the exam, right? We're having a bit of a celebratory thing. Come on in. Are you? Yeah, come on. We'll have there's nothing alcoholic here or anything like that. Just us having some fun. As they, I could celebrate. There you go. As well. Momo gets curious about the party that seems to be going on. And she goes over and knocks on the door going, what's with all the racket? Oh, we're having a bit of a party. Oh, you're Momo Yayarozu. Yes. I got curious. What's with all the noise? Generally, this neighborhood's very quiet. Well, we just got into Class 1A. Me, him, and him. And we're having a bit of a celebration. A celebration? Yeah, why wouldn't we? We got into 1A. Might as well take a load off. Well, I'm in 1A as well. Congratulations, you can join us if you like. You know what? I got an idea. As he begins to go on his computer and come on in, make yourself at home. And he types in a few keywords. There they are. Invitations sent. What did you do? Oh, I hacked into UA, found out whoever passed 1A, and sent them an invitation to my house. You hacked into the school just to find out who all passed 1A exams, got invited into 1A, and then you sent letters to them. just for a party. Yeah. Rock on. As Bakugo goes over there and gives him a high five, like, dude, that's awesome. It's like, you do realize he committed a crime. It's like, yeah, technically, yes, but I'll apologize. But I've already sent an apology notice to the principal, as well as a, well, very special apology gift. You sent him an apology gift. Well, I wouldn't have had to if he wouldn't have been catching on. Apparently, he's a lot smarter than I gave him credit for. Whoever the principal is, he's scary, man. He is very scary. How do you know this? He was on to me the moment I got in. That has never happened before. What did you do? Oh, I sent him I just sent him a very very large gift card to a nice restaurant I know. Meanwhile, we got to Nezu. Ooh! I haven't been to this one before. Oh. I wonder if they sell cheese here. Cheese. Very well, Mr. Volgana. I'll let you slide this time. Besides, you all deserve a break anyways. As over a period of time, more and more people show up to his house. As the party gets a little bit louder and louder and louder. So yeah. They all begin to intermingle. As the entirety of Class 1A shows up, everyone's already introduced themselves, everyone's already talked a little bit, everyone's already had a bit of fun. And with that, I think I'll cut it there. I'm going to let my voice relax a little while, and when we pick up next go round, we're going to see about getting through the hero exam. Not hero exam, heroes versus villains in the USJ. We'll see if I could do that. This just saved us a little bit of time on some things. Anyways, bye for now.